Stunning beaches, picturesque mountains and greenery, but no infrastructure. Minimum medical facilities and widespread poverty. This is Somalia, a country situated on the eastern horn of Africa. And this is the story of the people of a country who have been suffering from decades of war and civil strife, and how an organization is trying to help the less fortunate.
Whoa, I said sorry. Whoa, hobo behayai. Whoa, hobo bahobo. Whoa, marna wohoyiri. Eh, marada endoho. Whoa, wamura ayade. Whoa, hamar marino.
Somaliland, a sovereign state in the Horn of Africa, sharing its borders with the Republic of Djibouti, the Federal Republic of Ethiopia, and Somalia to the east. The country is known for its mountain ranges rising up to 7,000 feet. Somaliland is located north of the equator, thus the sun passes vertically overhead twice a year, and it has a coastal line to the north extending 460 miles along the Red Sea. The former British Somaliland Protectorate achieved its full independence from the United Kingdom in 1960. It has a population of about 3.5 million people, and it is about the size of England and Wales. More than 73% of the Somaliland population live in poverty, and 43% in extreme poverty, and unemployment is widespread. Most of the population live on less than $1 per day. Over thousands of people are suffering from post-traumatic stress syndrome. They are malnourished, disease-prone, and psychologically scarred by the devastations of war. The decades of war and civil strife have destroyed the infrastructure, leaving the country in complete shambles. It is the women and children who are undisputedly the worst victims of the Somaliland tragedy. In the northwestern city of Bur'u, Naima is one of those millions of orphans. Naima lives with her mother, Faduma Mahed Aden, 3 sisters and a mentally ill brother. Naima's father died 10 years ago because of kidney disease. He never had a stable job when he was alive. After his death, Naima's mother Faduma took on the responsibility of the household and would go from door to door to sell house dresses and Iraq, traditional Somali dresses. Whatever she earned from this, she spent on food and basic necessities.
wuxuu ka shaqeyn jiray suuq muu iska joogay amal joogtaa mu haynin
maalin markaa wixii soo
wixii haatee iska waxaan u hayn
waxaa sababsaday ofsashadiisa
meeshadiisa
maxaa sababtiisa maxay ahayd sidoo kale
wuxuu kaliya xanuun
يعني كلمة كويدين
ما sidoo lahaa uu kaliya xanuunayo uu baadigu ilaahay tiisi nooti
sidoo ku geeriyo marka way yaraan caruurta markaas
wax yar bay haayeen
ka war marka xaaladii sideeda adigu arinta ula tacaamushay
waxaan la tacaamulay nin walba meed qabsay baan kaga dhigay nin walba meed qabsay baan kaga dhigay waan ka wali la soo jiifadee marka waa alxamdulillah wallah
ma xad qabataa adiga
waxaan qabtaa shiid kanidiya daaqad shiida baan googooyaa deema dumarka suuqa la fadhiya baan ka iibibiyaa dirac.
Just a couple of miles away from Naima's house lives another orphan, Amina, who lives with her mother and 3 sisters. Her father passed away 5 years ago. Amina's father used to slaughter camels, but before his death, he was paralysed for 7 years, so he was ill and weak for a long time. And while Amina's mother was weak too because of her illness, he passed away. Amina's father didn't leave anything that belonged to the family. She cleans a little school and earns $50, which is used to sustain her family for a whole month.
meel yar oo iskuul ah ayaa soo fiiqa iskuul $50 baan ka qaataa $50 baan ku masaarifaa alxamdulillah qaar baabana $50 dee aan haysanba waayo anigu maanta iyo maalintii yaryaraayeen inaan halkan la iigu darin runtii waan raaci jiray waan warwari jiray maladiriya baan odhan jiray waayo iminka caalamka waxa ka jira hablo yaryar oo mucjisa dad islaynaya meel baa la isugu aago dadkii la isugu amuugo marka la isku waa laga dilaya waa la qanqarinaya waa la gogosanaya ilmaha gabadhiga la ku imanaya ilma aabala la tartami karade maradu qofku aabileeya oo barbarka la hayo anigoo kaliga ilaahay baa kaligiye dala tartami kari maayo ma garata marka alxamdulillah.
Taban Tabu Orphans Girls' School in Burao is helping Naima, Amina and hundreds of girls in the city who have lost their parents or a child who's been abandoned by their parents or has been separated from their parents through civil unrest or natural disasters. There is a very old and famous Somali proverb, no one looking out for them or access to resources. This is the predicament orphans are in. UKIM as an organisation work towards making sure the orphans they serve know and understand that they are not alone and that they have the love and support out there. UKIM have sponsored over 60 orphans and affording the administration cost of the Taban Tabu school. UKIM makes sure the school provides an all-round education including maths, English, science, including in Islamic education.
UKIM are working in Africa because we need to help people in different areas. Specifically in Somalia, our focus is on 2 areas, education and relief. Culturally, especially orphan girls are neglected in Somali society. So UK Islamic Mission wanted to focus on building an establishment, working with local partners to try and build an environment which enables young girls to be educated and then enable them to be trained with new skills and then empower them for the future to develop into strong independent women. Burao was chosen specifically because of these specific requirements. There are no other institutions like this here, so it's important for us to create the environment, and even with this establishment the demand is even greater. There is still a waiting list. Many children in local areas, especially girls, do not go to school, so these sort of establishments are very important. Thinking about what are the services that we provide here, not only is education provided, a safe environment, there are also opportunities for the children to play in a safe environment. But one of the unique characteristics of this place is that we also provide a meal. The main meal of the day for these children is provided here. For breakfast they hardly have anything, and the evening time, because of poverty, they don't have access to any food. So their main meal comes through this orphanage, and so alhamdulillah, at least from a health perspective as well, from the welfare point of view, we can ensure that they're getting proteins, there's clean water. That one of the other things that specifically UKIM have provided is a water tank which provides clean water that is used throughout the orphanage. effectively, the sponsorship covers the education, the facilities, paying for the teachers. We've just established a new library, which you'll have seen here as well. So over 100 books have been donated to the orphanage as well. And along with the food and water, it is a very holistic approach we've taken. So it's a total solution that is provided for each child.
Blindness remains a major health problem in Somalia, affecting around 140,000 people, specifically within the nation's rural and deprived regions. In 60% of cases, the loss of sight is caused by cataracts, a condition easily avoided through basic eye care. Because of the seriousness of the number of people affected by blindness, UKIM are working with local partners to organise mobile health clinics wherever they are needed.
This eye has a cataract, white mature cataract. This cataract is not allowing the light to transport to the retina. Light cannot reach the retina. So our purpose of surgery is to remove this lens and to replace intraocular lens. This kind of surgery is called a small incision surgery. That means sutureless, no suture. It is the latest surgery all over the world to remove the cataract.
The cataract operation costs around $100 to $120 and more than 50% of Somalian people earn less than $2 per day.
Somalia needs more than 36 ophthalmologists, and now there are only less than 10 ophthalmologists. I do yearly 8 to 10,000 cataract surgery per year. Just today we have started early morning 6 to 10, and we hope that we finish 120 cataract surgery this day till 9 o'clock. Yeah. Our cataract surgical rate per day is 120 patients per day. There's displaced area here in Amboro, so this people has been collected from displaced areas. We're very grateful to say thanks our brothers from UK. We're very happy to support these people. You know that they cannot afford to pay the expense for cataract surgery. So we are very happy to support these people, and we hope that in the next future, inshallah, we will get more relationship, so we can communicate truly, and we will collaborate together.
UKIM organised 2 doctors, 2 lab technicians and 1 pharmacist to provide free medical assistance. People living in the area in Bur'u have no access to medical facilities. The lab technicians are able to conduct blood tests and urine tests in 30 minutes. This allows 2 doctors to see 100 patients from 8:30 a.m. in the morning till midday. Amina, local resident in Bur'u, came to the medical centre in the late stages of her pregnancy, where it became very important for the baby to be monitored.
بس كارت ندافع عبد الرحمن والله إنكم متفرجية والله قلت مسعون كريم دير قوم فرصة لدان ترى كي كارب عبد الرحمن لقوها بينك يقدر عبد الرحمن الله وتوينك
توينكاس قادنaysa oo baxaysarbisiga qaadanaysa
Hassan, a young man from Bur'u, was seen by doctors. He suffers from a problem affecting many people in the UK. He smokes qat, often referred to as weed.
أصلاً ورثة وضنه عادي، صار وضنها قراعي سوى عادي، ما قرأت هاي. لبحد وياك هسه موضوع حاجة ناس كويس
halkaa bartaa samarta
لبحد سبحانه وحشوفني إحنا ذا
may halkaas culays iga saaray bartaa
شوفن
malihi
هذا واحد ما
may
سؤال إن شاء الله تنين بعد سؤال حاجة وضناه سؤال وعليك هذا وحيلها السماء سواء كان مقاس كان أطعم سجار كان وحيلات يوض كراع عن حنوك وقصة سؤال
hadda intaan meesha taagna halkaasaan ka taagnaa
واي تزوج ده واي يا ريت سؤال بعد ذاك النصوص من ديك
After having seen the doctor and taken their blood tests, Amina and Hassan are at the pharmacy counter to collect their prescriptions.
We may take things for granted in the UK, but here, even the most minor ailments can seriously affect people if they're left untreated. The UK Islamic Mission, under our welfare scheme, people have kindly donated for these medical camps, and it allows people to have access and to get the treatment that they need at the time that they need it. For all the complaints we make about the health system in the UK, we are very blessed with the dedicated doctors and the nurses and the facilities we have in the UK. These poor children, these people, they are very poor. They cannot afford to come to these clinics. If I give you an example, the treatment would cost them about $100. And yet, we are laying on these camps today free of charge. Here, parents have lots of children because the life expectancy for children is very low here. Unfortunately, if treatments aren't given at the right time, then children do die. And that's one of the reasons why they have so many children, is that one is to help them address their poverty so that the children can grow up and work and provide for the family. And secondly, it is a gamble for some of these parents how many of their children will survive once they are presented with ailments if they're left untreated.
For every human being, water is a basic need. In Somalia, fresh water supply is limited and constrained. Following the recent ongoing conflicts, access to this becomes more critical. In such situations, it becomes easy for water to become contaminated. When children are exposed to contaminated water, this can have long-term effects on their health, particularly the teeth and eyes, in other cases, stomach diseases. To boost access to basic services in Somalia, UKIM is strengthening local capacity in the capital of Somaliland, Hargeisa, to provide safe drinking water for families, children and animals. The farmers in Somaliland, as well as the residents, rely on water in everyday life. Historically, there were old pipelines that served the areas like Hargeisa because of the movement of people into this area. Due to recent wars, people moved to the larger cities. Therefore, around 60% of the people needed to have their water delivered to them through a tanker system. UKIM identified the area of Huluk, just outside the city of Hargeisa, as an area as great potential to drill for water. UKIM worked with local experts to build this water well in 2012, and the intention was not only to serve the local area but nomadic people. 600 families have benefited from this particular water well. Historically, in this area, there were water wells, but they were far apart and used to take a whole day to water animals because water had to be drawn up in little buckets. The advantage of the trough system, provided by UKIM, makes the process easier, allowing a herd of camels to be watered in 15 minutes. This site actually cost $35,000 to build, which equates to £23,000. Mohammed looks after the water well built by UKIM. He ensures people are able to access clean water.
dabka markay soo saarto gudaha waxa jira transformerkii dabka laga maamulayay baa gudaha ku jira waxa weyn meeshan gurigani waa meeshii qalabkaasi yaalay ma habeenkii waa
lix xabay weeyaan
waa lix xabadood weey isku hoostiskii xidhin hoostiskii xidhin dabkooda
And these need to be on the roof.
halkan waa halkii dabka laga maamulayay oo transformerkii kan weey waxa ku tusaysaa kol bas ay taagan tahay kan waxa kii halkan habeenkii ninkaas seexda gaardiyaanka
Okay, thank you.
As you can see around us, although you can see green trees, these trees only provide sustenance for the camels and the goats. What the sheep and the cows need are actual grass on the ground. And the situation is becoming desperate now because the rains were expected at the beginning of April. We are now at the beginning of May. And the locals are praying for water. And so it is even more critical in these situations that the farm animals, the animals are being watered, that the livelihoods can be sustained. And one of the major advantages of this site being established and this water pump being established and the provision of water to the locals is that it's attracted other families to move into this area, and long term that can only benefit the growth of this small village potentially into a larger city and attract investment and attract business.